through something in downtown Lakeville area. No idea what's going on. What the fudge nuggets? It's like some kind of fair or something going on. There's a car show or something. There's tons of old cars out cruising around. Like that one right there. This guy is just chilling. Who knows what all that is? Now I gotta try to use it home. If you guys ever watch any like TikToks or Facebook or whatever stuff, I think this gas station right here, so this Amco, if I'm not wrong, is the place where you can go into a gas station and then walk through, and then it's like a secret restaurant in the back. You go behind this like secret door and you go into the restaurant, but it's not that exciting because the front of the store shows like the restaurant name. So like if it wasn't named, maybe it would be more of a cool thing, but then it's like I doubt I would have ever heard about it. There's a big fair thing going on down there or something, so who knows what all that be, but interesting enough. Maybe go check it out later, like a very strange person. Just cruising around today in the 2021 KTM 690 Enduro. It's hot, and my arms are a completely different race than the rest of my body due to me riding so much lately. And so I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. I am the most white person you've seen, and then my arms are just like not the same. I'm strangely discolored. I look like Ross from Friends when he like kept pointing the same way in the tanning booth. It's kind of what I look like, and it's odd. So yeah, I'm taking a nice ride around town to chill out. I'm stressed. I just got upgraded to be a captain at my airline. Didn't really just get it. I've been waiting 7 months. I'll upgrade and I'll fly as a captain on a Boeing 737, flying Amazon cargo, and I'll be flying normal passenger flights too. So maybe I'll be flying a plane that you're on, and then I'll also do a lot of charters. So I fly the MLS teams and all kinds of college teams and rich people out to Hawaii, all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's coming, but before I do all that, I got a bunch of sims that are gonna suck that I have to do. So nice day to get out and ride around and let the stress levels go away. Alright, we're gonna turn it off. It's a little warm here. A little warm out right now. A long light. Yesterday I was riding around and I forgot, I think I pulled off and shut it off, shut it back on or something, and I was stressed. I was like, man, my bike's broke, I blew my clutch, something's wrong with my engine. I don't know. Turns out I left traction control on, and that's why I couldn't pop a wheelie. I was pissed. I was like riding around, you know, so stressed out, like thinking my bike's all broken and whatever else, and turns out, how did my traction control never, see, you have to turn it off every single time, and somehow my engine died. I shut it off, but my traction control didn't have to go off. It's still off. Very unusual. Maybe I just did the key super fast. Maybe I just broke my wheel speed sensor. Who knows? That's shocking. Never had that happen before. Yes, wiggle the key while in heavy traffic. Instruction. Can only go one of one, a million great ways. Should I be a gremlin and just ride through that side? Or not? But it's a nice day out, Friday. Weekend off, and then I'm flying a bunch of flights to Cancun. I get overnight there. There's an old Cutlass, Oldsmobile Cutlass. Guess who has one of those? That's the second one I've seen. I rarely ever see them. I actually have one. I have this 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass, just like that. Mine used to be red. I repainted it black, and I have the 350. It's a Supreme version. It's not the cool 442 or anything. And yes, it's a convertible, so that is not where my time usually lies in working on stuff. Oh geez, they got a flat tire. Their car's broken. Yeah. Jeez Louise. Bro's got a flat tire. Looks like he can handle it. Not just a flat tire, it's like coming off the rim. It was rubbing on stuff and smoking. Hopefully that's what that was, just a busted tire. Probably trying to drive on it while it's flat. Found out why you're supposed to have air in them. Wish him the best. But yeah, I have one of those. I have two Jaguar E-types, so I spend most of my time working on. I don't really mess with the Cutlass all that much. And then I have a Mustang that I daily drive. That's just progressively always in a state of brokenness. Thanks Ford for your terrible design flaws and whatever else. But it's lasted me a long time, so can't be too upset. And I beat the crap out of it, so it's actually a pretty good car. I lied. Now just cruising around, kind of a nice day. I'm sick of sitting inside. It's been raining here a lot, kind of dreary. Almost looks like it's a little cloudy up there. Come later tonight, who knows. So let's just get out and relax. What an exciting day. Today's my girlfriend's last day of having to work her job, so she is unemployed after this, but she'll be looking for a new job. We'll probably go do some things. Having upgrade pushed forward for me now unexpectedly. You know, someone dropped out of the captain thing, and so then they're like, hey, you want to do it? Your name was in. I was like, sure. So I got it, and this month I knew a bunch of people that threw their names in ahead of me. So by pure luck, by the grace of God, maybe that's what it is, maybe, who knows, I got it, and I'll be happy, and I'll be stressed for the next few months, in case you're wondering. And then, unfortunately, I don't know how much riding I'll get to do. I got lots of studying, and it's honestly not that much work, you know. It's stress, you know. You're not worried about the studying, it's not the flying as much, it's the stress. That's what gets me mostly, and so I have to keep an eye on it, not go nuts or something, and focus on keeping my routine. I just did a video about how Jesus tells us not to be stressed. He says cast your worries on him and not to freak out or anything else, and so I'm gonna listen. Should I be an absolute hooligano and drive past all this on the construction side because I can? Do I want to? Absolutely. Should I? Probably. No. Alright, light's green, otherwise I was going to. You know, it's unfortunate that they just keep building and keep building and keep building. At some point, it's like, where are all these people coming from on Earth that we need all this new housing? It's like, isn't our population going down? How come every city is 8 trillion times the size it was before, and all they ever seemingly build is apartments or the crappiest houses you've ever seen? I mean, that's my hot take on that. Take it as you want, but you know, it's unusual, that seems, for the world to work like that. And yeah, I don't know, I'm sick of apartments everywhere. Build a house for someone to live in so they can have kids and start a good life, you know, everything else. Don't just waving wave at him for being kind and letting me over because I didn't see the lane was closed. I'm a horrible driver. I feel like a bad person when I do that because I know I'd be triggered if I was them. I'd be road raging, swerving all over the place, screaming at the roof. No, so I'm just kidding. Not that bad. It depends on the day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that quite that bad. Arubaroo works. Arubaroo works. That's what I always think of the name. Is people will call them Rubaroos, and then the works, not the WRX. The Rubaroo works. I am not part of the so-called Subi gang. I'm a Crip. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I have no gang affiliation, in case you were wondering. When I run for political office one day, that will be on the news. I'm just kidding. You know, honestly, if I crash really bad and develop some sort of brain injury that really declines my cognitive ability, I might have a strong going for a political office nowadays. What's up with all these old cars? They're everywhere. Irver McWhirr. Am I just like... I drive around all the time. I feel like I never see them. I'm just seeing them left and right. They're all... Maybe there's a car show or something down there? Who knows? Maybe I'll take you guys to a car show later today with a womanino on the back and see what happens. I go ice skating there in the winter. It's very exciting. I bought ice skates. Rev at the kid, he's enjoying his life. Yeah, I should do a compilation video of all the kids on their little e-bikes or that go nuts when they see me riding this dirt bike around. I'm all covered in mud because I was just off-roading this like crazy. I don't know if you guys can see really, but I rip wheelies past every single one. You know, I wasn't like a pro stunter when I picked back up on this bike because I hadn't ridden on this street or anything in a while. I just had a bunch of old classic bikes I worked on and stuff. Hardly ever rode. If I did, I rode like 252 strokes, 450s, and so I never was on the street much. And every kid I see, they're giving me the like rev it symbol or the do a wheelie, and even a lot of girls are doing it too now. I'm proud of them. The world has a chance. And so I gotta rip a wheelie for every single one. And of course, on all my other motovlogs where I talk about Jesus, where you should definitely watch them because they're amazing, and I do all kinds of cool riding that is awesome to see. Go for the riding and stay for the message, right? But I forgot. Oh, every time I do it, I'm always in like third gear and I think I'm in second, and then I just rev my engine and look like an utter idiot because it kind of just jerks me forward instead of popping it up. Or occasionally then I'm in third and then I'm like hardcore chasing it, and I'm just like, what am I doing here? And then I have to like chase it up, and then I'm bad at covering my rear brakes, and then I gotta like try to reposition my butt in the process of going back so I can cover the rear brake to hold it up. And every time I do it on video, it's just a dud, and it's embarrassing. Every once in a while I have some good ones on there, but not much. But I do it for all these kids. You know, usually when I'm motovlogging, I'm talking, thinking, I'm hardly paying attention, trying to not die and ride. So every once in a while I'll get a few good ones in. But, you know, it's like on all these videos I should just show all the kids, and then they can be like me when I was a little kid in Kansas watching Walter Rufik. My life goal was to go ride around on my Kawasaki Ninja and meet him, which I did, and make it on his channel, which I'm on there if you go find it. I was super young when I was on there, so I was like 15 riding in the middle of winter, and it was freezing cold, and I had like 9 jackets on. That looked ridiculous. I remember he's like, have you been riding long? I was like, oh, I've been riding since I was 6, so like 10 years. He's probably meant like on the street. I was like been illegally riding around a CB750 for quite a while, but when I was like 13 and 14. But you know how it goes. As little Uzi says, it'd be like that. And I move this foot, and I move that foot, and I wind up at the liquor store. There's a real fancy liquor store over there. I always wondered what that place was. It's like super nice looking. It's like rocks outside. I was like, it must be some sort of fancy restaurant. I drove, like, as I drive by it every once in a while in my car. And so one day I like pulled into the parking lot with my friend, and it was a liquor store. I was like, all roads really do lead to Rome. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a mostly sober man now. Pretty much all the way. I used to be a fiend, and now I'm an elderly, responsible man at the age of 26. I follow the Jesus and try to make good decisions. I ain't off the bottle cut. That's what, you know, if you ain't off the bottle, give your life to Jesus. He'll help you. He's awesome. It took me, you know, quite a while to become a better man. Alright, we're coming up to the Home Depot. I'm gonna go try to run into some flock cameras and sacrifice this motorcycle for freedom that will be rebuilt in 10 minutes because the government wants some to spy on me. I have a lot worth spying on, you know. I do things, weird things. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. There's something wrong with my head today. Too much Dr. Pepper for me. Should I go? We're going. Fuck. Jeez, that was way too close. Shouldn't have done that. The guy accelerated at me too. It's like trying to run me over. That was... I miscalculated his speed, I'll be honest. I thought he was going really slow. He just turned out, I thought. Maybe I was wrong. And I was like, oh, he's going slow, but it's kind of close. Dude's like on the gas trying to crush me. I'm a bad person today. Alright. Maybe we'll call it a day because that is too much. About to go home. Take it easy and reduce my risk of death by apparently riding this around. I'll see you guys.